Hey, Shalom, Akim. Shalom, Shalom. All right, this is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord, oneness be edifying to the Lord's elect. All right, and exhorting to the body. All right, before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem HAITIANS. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's to come. Shalom to the Yahawah that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. You Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations, but your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakatham. All right. Pretty much all will be corrected soon. All right. That's the name of this lesson, man. All will be corrected soon. All right. The world will be replenished again. A true reset will happen soon through the new rulership under our Lord Yahawah HaMashiach. All right. When that new governing body, all right, the throne of David, the throne of David, or the tabernacle of David being established, okay, the world will be renewed again. Okay. Again, under our Lord Yahawah HaMashiach. All right. And the 144,000, which will be headed by the 12, and the 12 will be headed by King David himself. You see what I'm saying? Through the rulership of the children of Yasher Allah, man. All right? Everything's going to be in correct order. All right? Righteousness will flow through every corner of the globe. Okay? This is the time that we're speeding for, we're hoping for, we're praying for the Lord to speed up the time so we can come to this this great rulership, man. All right? Because we're done here, man. We're done here. We're finished with this place. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have anything to offer us. Let's go to the book of Corinthians, 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Let's start here. All right. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 23. And Lord willing, this will be a short lesson. You know what I'm saying? Just want to hit some points. All right. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 23. It says, but every man in his own order, Hamashiach, the first fruits, afterward, they that are Hamashiachs at his coming. Okay, so it's talking about the Lord, Yahawah, and the first fruits being the 144,000, and those that are Hamashiachs afterward, which are his at his coming. You know what I'm saying? Which would be the remnant. All right, the remnant, the innumerable multitude. Okay, that's spoken of in Revelation chapter 7, verse 9. Okay, the Israelite foreigners who've been scattered abroad, and those of the elect who believe, all right, on the words of the prophets. All right, the men, women, and children. Okay, so we're gonna have when this establishment, or when this rulership is established, we're going to have all the heathen under submission. All right? All of them will be under submission. They will be subjected to our laws, to our statutes, to our commandments, to our way of life. All right? And this is going to mark the definition of true freedom. All right? The true freedom that you're going to see. You know what I'm saying? When you have all the things that's in this world operating the way it's supposed to be. All right? And it's going to take 1,000 years to break out of them, all these heathen, to break out of them the influence that Esau has etched into their minds, through his conquest. All right. When you got the Chinese, you got the Japanese, you have the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs, you got the East Indians, all right. You have all these, you got the Samoans, all right, the children of Japheth, all right. All these different heathen nations, on one way, shape, or form, influenced by Esau's control, right? Let's go to the book of Isaiah. All right. Said Isaiah chapter 14. And let's start at verse 18. It reads, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch. So this is talking about the heathen. Okay, this is talking about the heathen. It says the kings of the nations. It's talking about the heathen nations. All right. But when it says, but thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, it's talking about the children of the wicked, the sons of the wicked, which is Esau, Edom. All right. So let me read that again. Verse 18. It says, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. All right. This is speaking on when these devils, all right, these Edomites, when they're taken into captivity, and they're given the same subjugation as they've given us. You see, as it's written in Isaiah the 14th chapter, verse 2. Just go up to the second verse. It explains, that they're going to be given the same treatment as they gave to the children of Israel. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, Hispanics. All right. Continuing on, verse 20. Isaiah 14:20 reads, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. All right. They're not going to be joined with these other nations. Okay. After 1,000 years, all right, after 1,000 years, these heathen are going to go into their own lands. You see? When we have all these heathen in servitude and slavery for 1,000 years, after which, after they've been cleansed of all this mindset that Esau then put in their minds, they're going to be sent back to their lands, and they're going to live in peace. But you Edomites, that's not going to happen for you. All right? It's not going to happen for you. It says, the seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith Yahawah. You see what I'm saying? So after the annihilation, after the annihilation of the children of Edom, all right, that's written of in the book of Obadiah chapter 1, verse 18, you know what I'm saying? And all the sons of men, you know what I'm saying, these other nations, they get to go and return to their homelands. Afterwards, all these different nations are going to come up to Jerusalem to learn righteousness. All right, righteousness and the beauties of this world, man. All right. Because there's many mysteries about this planet, all right, that people don't know about. Okay? And we're gonna have schools, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have institutions of learning and libraries. We're gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? All the heathen nations will come up and learn these things. They will learn the truth of the matter. Okay? All the things that Esau done hid, all right, all the secrets that he held in his vaults. We're going to show that to the nations. All right. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 2, and let's start at the top. It says the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. Okay? The word for mountain means governments. You see what I'm saying? Governments. And the children of Israel is going to be exalted over all other nations. All right? So it says that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted, above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord Yahweh from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the people, and shall rebuke many people. All right, let me read that again. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Okay? It says, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. All right? This is how you know that these people who call themselves the chosen, this is how you know that they're not. In verse 5, it says, O house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the light of Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? Everything's going to be renewed, you know what I'm saying? And all will be corrected. You know what I'm saying? When you meditate and you think about the things that, that's going to be changed, man. All right? Think about the air. The air will be breathable again, man. No more, no more chemtrails. All right? No more chemtrails. You look up and and the sky is just full of these chemtrails, man. It's just making people sick. You know what I'm saying? Like I myself right now, I'm sick. You know what I'm saying? I had to get the herbs up, man. I had to head on home. I couldn't even do work today. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is in these defiled bodies, But everything around us is set for our fall and our destruction. All right. This is why Esau's got to be taken out, man. You know what I'm saying? No more chemtrails. All right. No more chemically induced fogs. We've been seeing that, right? All these fogs showing up. Shit. Imagine going outside at night and you can fully see all the innumerable stars, right? And the edge of the galaxy, the edge of the Milky Way. Imagine seeing that. All right. I myself, I've had the pleasure of seeing that, and it's an image that's that's burned in my mind to this day, man. I can't get that out of my head. I look forward to seeing that again. You know what I'm saying? The trees will grow tall and strong again. All right. You know that trees used to grow as large as a city, right? Hey man, do any of you remember growing up, you know what I'm saying, with cherry trees and apple trees along the sidewalks, you know what I'm saying? Like I myself, I was born in Newark, New Jersey, you know what I'm saying, and I was raised partially in New Jersey, you know, partially in Newark, and most of my life I was raised in Roselle, New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? And I remember, you know what I'm saying? There used to be apple trees, there used to be cherry trees, you know what I'm saying? And there used to be blackberry trees, you know what I'm saying, all throughout the parks. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? That's going to come back, all right, and far greater. Far greater. Hell, the water is going to be pure, man. No more having to go to the store to buy purified water. You know what I'm saying? You can get your water directly from a stream that flows from the side of a mountain, man. All right? I've experienced that, man. It could be 80 degrees outside, but the water is ice cold. All right? The water is ice cold, man. You see what I'm saying? This is what we looking for. This is what we fighting for, man. All right? The animals will be at peace. You know what I'm saying? No more phenomenon where hundreds of birds start falling out the skies, you know what I'm saying, due to radiation and disease and so on and so forth, man. No more bird cough, all right? Come on, man. Everyone will have their own livestock, you know what I'm saying? Their own livestock and their own means of self-sufficiency. Okay, that's order. That's order, man. You know what I'm saying? And when everyone is able to do for themselves, all right, no one goes without. You see what I'm saying? The animals won't be hunted for sport. You know what I'm saying? When you think about the the ways that these animals are just hunted, you know what I'm saying, relentlessly. Okay? Relentlessly. It just doesn't make any sense when you see how these animals are they're just taken and they're used for their skins, you know what I'm saying? Just for decoration and shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Now our people, you know what I'm saying, our people use them for skins to survive the horrors of the winter. You know what I'm saying? The horrible conditions of the winter times. You see what I'm saying? Like bison and buffalo. You know? We used their skins for that, but we used everything. We didn't discard of their meat. We didn't we didn't take waste of anything. We didn't make waste of anything. All right? We used everything. You see what I'm saying? We used everything. Hell, even their tusks, their horns could be used for certain instruments. You see? Come on, man. We used these things, man. All right? Everything that was lawful. Okay? So no more, no more hunting these animals for sport. Okay? And for vain reasons, you know what I'm saying, that's not in tune with life. Right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And when these animals aren't being hunted for sport, you know what I'm saying, and pointless reasons anymore, you know what I'm saying, they're never going to be extinct. All right? Like I said in the previous lesson, these animals that went extinct, they're going to come back. They're going to come back again. You know what I'm saying? All these animals that was once thriving, you know what I'm saying? Hey, It's all going to come back to its perfection. You know what I'm saying? With bees, you know what I'm saying, we got such a deficiency of bees and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But the bees are going to come back plenteous, you know? And when these bees are when they're pollinating everything, all right, the plants are going to grow effortlessly. Okay? And guess what? Honey will flow abundantly as a result, man. You know? And we're going to have beekeepers, we're going to have all these things. Everything's going to be in this proper order. You know what I'm saying? Everything's going to be in this proper order, man. All right? So I'm going to just end it off with this precept. Like I said, I didn't want to make this long. All right, it's just going to be a quick one. Let's go to Ezekiel. And I pray this has been edifying. So let's go to Ezekiel chapter 34. Right? Ezekiel chapter 34. Let's start at verse... Let's start at verse 24. All right, Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 24 reads, "And I, Yahawah, will be their power, and my servant David, a prince among them." Like I said, the 144,000 will be headed by King David himself. All right, and he will be second in command under Yahawah. All right, our Lord Yahawah will be the King of kings and the Lord of lords. You see? Because all of the 144,000 will be kings, all right? And all of those, the men of the elect, the men of the remnant, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be lords of their own provinces. You know what I'm saying? So everything's going to be in complete order. All right? Yahawah, then the first fruits, you know what I'm saying? Beginning with the 144,000 and a large multitude. Okay? Again, and I, the Lord Yahawah, will be their power, and my servant David, a prince among them. I, Yahawah, have spoken it, and I will make with them a covenant of peace, and will cause the evil beasts to cease out of the land. And they shall dwell safely in the wilderness and sleep in the wood. All right, and sleep in the woods. Verse 26. It says, "And I will make them and the places round about my hill a blessing, and I will cause the shower to come down in his season. There shall be showers of blessing, and the tree of the field shall yield her fruit, and the earth shall yield her increase, and they shall be safe in their land, and shall know that I am Yahawah when I have broken the bands of their yoke." All right, the Lord's going to break the bands of their yoke, man. This earth is going to be allowed to, you know, be bountiful again and be plentiful again. See, right now the earth is being held back from doing so. Okay? And that's because of the curse that was set on Cain. Okay? The curse that was set on Cain, and his descendants today are known as Edomites through the spirit, through the reincarnation. You see? So as long as this devil is in rulership, the earth cannot yield her full increase, man. Right? So let me continue on. It says, "When I have broken the bands of their yoke and delivered them out of the hand of those that served themselves of them." All right. And this is to the Israelites as well, man, because we're going to be out of the hands of our oppressors. You know, you go back to Isaiah chapter 14, okay, verse 1 and 2, and it tells you that we're going to be taken out of their hands, and we're going to oppress them. You see what I'm saying? They're going to be subjected. All right? They're going to be subjected. Simple as that. Verse 28, it says, and they shall no more be prey to the heathen, neither shall the beast of the land devour them, but they shall dwell safely, and none shall make them afraid. All right? And none shall make them afraid, man. And I will raise up for them a plant of renown, and they shall be no more consumed with hunger in the land, neither bear the neither bear the shame of the heathen any more. Thus shall they know that I, the Lord Yahweh, their power, am with them, and they, and that they, even the house of Israel, are my people, saith the Lord power. All right. Let me read this last verse. Verse 31, it says, and ye my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power, saith the Lord. All right. To let you know that it all goes into order. It begins first with the men. You know what I'm saying? Yahawashi, King David, the 12, the 144,000 men, and the remnant, the 1/3 remnant. And that will be headed by the men, and then the women, and then the children. You see? So I want to cut that there, man. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. All right. This has been your brother Zakar Ya'Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Yahawadah. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and who teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.